In this video, we're going to explore the table feature of the calculator. So to begin with, let's get a new page. So we're going to go home, new, and we're going to add a graphs page. And I want to graph the function, a quadratic function, x squared minus 2, f of x is equal to x squared minus 2. So I'm going to put that in. I need to add the minus 2. So let's put that in, x squared minus 2. And there's our function. And now let's look at inputs and outputs in a more organized way using the table feature. So to add a table, there's two ways to do it. We can go to menu, table, and then split screen table. So on one half of the screen, we'll see the graph, and then the other half will see the table. As an alternative, I'll do Control Z. To undo that, you can simply hit Control and then T. That will add a table. So as you can see, the table by default started with an x value of 1. So the first column is the inputs, the x values. The second column are your outputs, or y values, in this case, f1 of x. And if you use the arrow key, you can scroll up and down in the table. So now we can see when x is -5, x squared minus 2, or the y value would be 23. And you can scroll up and down using those arrow keys. You can also, you have some control over the settings for the table. So let's look at that. You can do menu, table, and then we can do edit table settings. So you can choose the start value of the table. So let's say we'd like this to start at -10. So I can put that in -2. And let's say we don't want it to step by 1 unit. Let's say we want it to step by, I don't know, let's say for some reason 6 units. And then we can say, okay. And now we have our new table starting with x is -10, and the increments between x values are now 6 units. In order to get rid of the table, you can either do menu, table, and then you can say remove table. So that'll let it go away. I'm going to do Control Z to undo that. Another thing you can just do is hit Control T, and that will toggle the table back off. So I'm going to put the table back for a second. So Control T, because I want to show you one more really nice feature of using the table. So let's go back to table settings. So menu, table, edit table settings. And now what we'd like to do is be able to enter an X value and have the Y value be computed for us automatically. Before we saw that the table, we could set the start and the step in the table. But right here where it says independent, that's the X value. Instead of being auto, which is what we had before, starting at table start and then jumping by increments of table step, we can put the independent variable in ask mode. And then if I do that and say, okay, now we'll see our table's a little different. There's nothing in the X column. And then if we go ahead and we put in a value, let's say 1.23, and now I hit enter, the Y value of -0.4871 jumps right out for us.